Dude, if I don't have 1 million subscribers when you see this video, my entire life has been a failure.
I always thought click-through rate was the thing. It's like there's something besides average view duration. This video that people watch for 70% did worse than this video that people watch for 50%. And I had always hypothesized it was click-through rate, but it wasn't until they released the stat that I got that missing metric to plug in. I was like, okay, this is why this video did bad and this is why this one did well. When people talk about like why it's changing, I think
like click-through rate with thumbnails.
Yeah, like
right?
that's
Thumbnails,
really
titles.
recent. It's only like a year and a half ago that they started showing it.
Anyway, there's a lot of people that are grinding and trying to be successful. Yeah. When did it click for you? Like in the moment, what was the video or what was the process in your brain that it says, oh, this is the way I need to do this?
There was definitely like a million things I just learned along the way, you know, because it was just literally the growth just steadily went faster and faster over the course of the years. But the biggest point was when Bubblecop, Jordy, showed me a graph where he took all his videos and he graphed them by click-through rate and average view duration. And the higher click-through rate and average view duration combined got the most views. And like videos with low click-through rate but high average view duration did all right, and high click-through rate, low average view duration did all right. But basically it showed that the higher both numbers are combined, exponentially more the views are. And that's when I was like, oh. So if I just get high click-through rate and if I get people
sounds easy, but
yeah, well, but then it's like, okay, so just the higher these two metrics are, the more views you get. And then it's just about obsessing how to get the numbers up, really. You think about it, what does YouTube want? They want people to click and watch a video. Click and watch a video, which sounds obvious, but to a lot of people, you know, they haven't figured it out. Because they think it's either clickbait or average view duration. I don't think many people, and it seems so obvious, but I don't think many people realize that it's both. And the higher both are, the exponentially more the views. Everything I did from the beginning, I always tried to be different. So once I just found out about click-through rate, it was just, you know, making the thumbnails a little more brighter and, you know, obviously just learning things here and there and then just adjusting as we went. For whatever reason, when I made my first video from then on out, I was just obsessed and I just can't stop. I can't. I take a day off and I feel like I'm a waste of space, you know what I mean? So I naturally got into the business side just so I could scale up my channel and go bigger because I just constantly wanted to do bigger videos. But it was because I hit a point where the videos were getting bigger, but the uploads were going down. And I was like, if I kept continuing, I was going to upload once a year. So I was like, I had to do something. And that's where I just started hiring people.
Position, we ask all our guests this. This is really important, though. It's like, where do you see the industry going? I mean, in the next couple of years, like from your perspective, we can solely focus on YouTube if you want, or just kind of the industry in general.
Well, I liked focusing on YouTube because that's just what I love. I honestly see it just being top dog for a really long time. Even if someone came along, the catalog and the algorithm and everything is just so fine-tuned, and just the catalog is so massive. Like, how would anyone even overtake them within whatever the next 5 years? You know, so I just see YouTube sitting on top, and people.
I think someone did. I can't remember who did this, but I was seeing it. It was like 2.1 billion video views.
Yeah, because they searched the URL thing. Yeah. So I see it just sitting there because I don't see the algorithm changing much either. You know, it's not like they're gonna shift from like click-through rate to colors of the thumbnail or something. I don't even know what other data point they would use. But I'm really excited. I think like the next 2 to 5 years.
And you're always pushing the envelope. Like, what goes through your mind when you're thinking of a video? Like, what's your process? When do you find the right idea, basically?
Yeah, I mean, step one is it more ethical? You know, all that stuff, obviously. But then after that, it's just, will people click on it? Can I make an entertaining 15-minute video that people will watch like over 60% of? That's really it. I'm pretty accurate at this point, but at the beginning I wasn't. And it took years of just fine-tuning what works. Those are what I look for. And that's why it's hard when I teach new people, because things like this one guy, he was averaging 10,000 views a video. And then I gave him just this one video idea that it was just a little too controversial for me. But I was like, yeah, he wants, you know, controversial ideas. He did it. He filmed it. I was like, refilm it. He refilmed it 3 times. He was so mad. And then I made him like keep redoing the thumbnail. And that video got 10 million views on his channel, despite the fact that his average was 10. His whole channel only had a few million views. And he 10x'd in subscribers, and it was just a good idea. And I just told him how to film it. And I've done that with multiple different people. I like examples on examples. It's just a good idea. I give it to someone small, but they just have enough view velocity where like the next day it'll get picked up in the algorithm. It'll get 10,000, 20,000, 50, 100, you know, 500,000, million, and blow up. So it's just whatever. It's just a feeling that you just get over time. And I've worked with a lot of small people, and they just haven't refined it. Even after I tell people literally everything, they'll be like, all right, this is my next idea. And I'm like, why? That's not going to do well. how are you my apprentice? Like, why? I'm like, why wouldn't you do this? Why don't you do that? The thumbnail concept's not that great, things like that. No matter what a title you have, it can always be better. It literally can always be better. And that's why I want second and third and fourth opinions.
But what
I have like 3 or 4 videos in a row do bad, like I'm out of money.
Yeah.
You know, especially because like we're considering spending over 200 grand on one of our coming up videos. Like I can't have that be a bust. You know, it has to be a good title. It has to be a good thumbnail. I have to be able to make the money back or people don't get paid, you know?
So
I usually don't do seasonal content. It's a little hypocritical because I might give trick-or-treaters $10,000 this year, but usually I try to do videos that just can go viral forever, just constantly get views. Like, it's just clickable, watchable videos no matter how long, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where putting a lot of money and effort into videos really pays off because the long tail obviously is way better. The idea is you want to make every video the best video possible so someone can just watch a video and then watch the next and the next and the next and the next. And like YouTube could just recommend any of the videos. When I do get on trending and like a new audience is introduced, I'll see comments on like really old videos like, I saw you on trending 2 hours ago and this is like the 12th video I've watched in a row. Like, how do you do all this crazy stuff? How is every video so crazy?